What is up, y'all? It's the Eric V Stream Teach here, and I'm a little tired because I just got back from TwitchCon. But something Twitch didn't announce at TwitchCon was their new showcase feature, which I saw on Twitter today. So what we're gonna do today is look at my cat breathe directly into my microphone. But then after that, we're gonna look at the showcase application and see who it's for. So let's dig into exactly what this tool is. Class is in session. So if you go to showcase.twitch.com, you will eventually be brought to this page. Turn your Twitch channel information into beautiful showcases for your social channels, create videos and images easily, customizing to your style. And it also notes that this site is only available to Twitch partners and affiliates. And if you've been watching my channel religiously, which most of you haven't, let's be honest, you should be an affiliate by now if you're doing exactly what I tell you to do. Like Chris Pratt would say, let's go. By proceeding and using the showcase tool, you confirm that you own and have any and all necessary rights to upload, use, modify, copy, and distribute the emotes. All right, legal mumbo jumbo. And that was our authorization window. Now I tried running this site quickly on my work computer earlier today, and it didn't run as smooth as it is right now from my personal computer, probably because that work computer does not have a GPU. But if it runs a little jank, just know that this site seems to be a bit intense for lesser computers. Let's click on announcement just to see where that gets us. All right, and it's an I'm going live announcement, and I guess if I wanted to be quick and if I liked everything that I saw, I could just download the image here, or let's see what a downloaded image looks like actually, because I don't know, because this is a video. So let's see what the image looks like. Okay, it's literally just a screen cap of of the video rotating around. So I wouldn't really advise that, to be honest. So let's see, I'm seeing, okay, hello world here, so we can toggle that. And we're toggling a pattern. Okay, that's pretty random. Some of this stuff, for me, the Windows 3.1 look, some of these random windows, I feel like they're aesthetically cool for the theme, right? But they seem a little bit cluttering for my personal sensibilities when it comes to how I do my channels and all of that, but it looks pretty good. Also, what we have to consider is that if you do use this tool, yours will look similarly to everybody else who is also using this showcase tool. And this is in beta right now, or version 1.0. So if I wanted to delete my profile picture, I could do that, which I wouldn't suggest. Or we can select an image, which I guess we can select a game. Okay, that's pretty cool. I could see myself doing that. Let's see if we can search a game. One of my favorite games is Mega Man X. So I'm seeing some Mega Man games. There's Mega Man X. So if I wanted to say I'm going live with Mega Man X, we could find the category. Okay, I like that. That's actually pretty cool. And I would probably prefer to do that instead of having my profile image, because every time somebody sees that profile image, it's the same. It's going to be the same. You aren't changing your profile image every time you go live. But if you do stream a variety of games in categories like I do, you might want to go for an image instead. And let's say tonight's just chatting. And you could just do that. People know exactly what you're doing. If you wanted to change the wording here, like it said, we have some predefined messages that we can select. I'm live, my favorite. Let's see, channel announcement. Okay, channel news. Stream starting soon. You know how much I love those. Now that we're messing with our text, we can do text slider control. So I can do displacement strength. It's 0 by default, but if I wanted it to be difficult to read, I could do that. And we have our radius, and that'll make the circle go bigger, smaller. Great. Rotation speed. Pretty self-explanatory. Again, if we want it to be hard to read, we can increase that by a lot. So let's go down to our colors. I wanted to see if it may have had my channel's default colors here, and it seems to not have that. So if I wanted to match my specific channel's colors, I am not seeing an option for any custom colors, unless that's here. No. So even though this says customize colors, these are set templates of colors that kind of go well together. It's a little disappointing for now, but I think that it's something that might be updated for later. And if we wanted to rotate our gradient, we could do that. And you can see the purple rotating around the image there. And if we wanted to offset that, okay, we get it. When it goes into pattern selection, we can just select different little patterns depending on how trippy we want it to be. We can select emotes that we want to appear in the background. Now I have my own custom emotes. I'm seeing them. There's definitely a limit here. Let's count the amount of emotes we can use. Looks like 9 is our number. And as I'm looking at the emotes that are GIFs, the GIFs are not moving, so keep that in mind if you wanted to use emotes in your background here. And this is our save, so we can download the video, or we can click to share it directly to our social media of choice. Since I use Twitter the most, let's just click on that and see what happens. Is it going to be a link? Okay, it's going to be a link. So what I would suggest for any of you is to, instead of using a link to share your showcase, I would always tell you to download the video instead, so that people can see it immediately as they scroll down the timeline. And this is a 6-second video. It's taken a little bit to render here, but we'll wait for it and I will skip ahead. Okay, and now it's transcoding and I have to wait for that as well. So while this is happening, I will say that this is something, based on the amount of time it's taking to render and transcode, is something that you might want to do earlier in the day if you wanted to share one of these each time you went live, because that was a bit time consuming. So what we'll do, I'll drag that to the other side here. I'll go to Twitter. I'm going to drag and drop my file directly onto my post here, and I'll click play. No music, just an image rotating, easy to spot when somebody's scrolling down the timeline. That's what you want, instead of a link that will make people have to click one more time to see what you're trying to show them. And you never want to give people extra clicks unless you're clicking the like button. If you like the video, of course. That was our announcement. So let's double click on live. Okay, so when I went to live here, all the options are very similar, if not exactly the same as the announce. I don't know why they're separated exactly into separate categories here if the options are exactly the same. So let's check out announcement one more time. Yeah, they're exactly the same. I don't get it. So also, something I didn't mention was that you can click to pause the image where you want to, if you wanted to pause it and then download the image that way. Or you can reset it if you missed the pause, I suppose. And based on these, you can choose different sizes for different types of social media optimization. For Twitter, the best is 1:1, which is not what I downloaded, but 9:16 is the way that most smartphones are, and 16:9 is your general widescreen format that you're watching this video in. Alrighty, so from here, you can see my schedule that's already created. I'm doing Mugaween, so we're playing spooky games all month, which is just a marathon of Resident Evil 0. So not the most visually interesting schedule here. But what I'm noticing here is that I can change the schedule. Even though I've already made it within Twitch on my channel page, I can adjust the schedule here as well, which is pretty cool. Let me just make sure I can type in these boxes. I can, and that's great. So I can change that on the fly, as well as change the time that I am live, even though it seems to be a little bit tougher to find the games on the side here than it is in Twitch's app or within OBS where I go live. Also, something useful here is that it does show the time zone. If you leave it checked, which I will suggest that you do, you can change if it starts on Monday or Sunday, and you can uncheck things from your schedule. And since I only stream Monday through Saturday, I think that that might be the best option for me. So if I was to post my schedule today, it would look something like this. so people would know exactly what to look forward to. This works the same as far as downloading an image or downloading a video. Again, obviously the way this one works, the way it's shuffling through the different things that I'm doing throughout the week, I would also suggest you to download a video so that your audience can see everything that's going to happen on the channel. From there, it's similar to the announcement section and the live section. We can choose our colors. We can choose exactly what font appears on the screen and the language of that font. I don't see us being able to change the look of the text at all. So we are using the same font, the same size, all of that, but we're selecting the actual text that appears in the image. And again, the colors and some patterns, and the same for the emotes where we can customize those as well. And as you can see from this list, it is a very short list of emotes, so it's just Twitch's emotes that you're able to use as well as the emotes that you've already uploaded. So you can't use anybody's emotes who you're a fan of or anything like that. And that's basically the gist of it. If we click on Twitch here, I guess we have some more shortcuts, or I guess long cuts to the things that are on the quote unquote desktop right here. And if we clicked on Twitch, that takes us to Twitch. What a surprise. And if we clicked on restart, it restarts. Again, what a surprise. So that's pretty much it. Not as robust as I expected, to be honest, but for those of you who don't have graphic design skills and don't want to use Canva, Paint.net, Photoshop, Photopea, all of the options that you have, and you want to have something quick that you can put together and put on social media that looks better than a simple I'm live tweet, you have the option of using the showcase feature. Will I be using it personally? Probably not a lot, maybe every now and then to show my schedule, but I already do that in Discord. So maybe I can just post the video in my Discord instead of doing an image screenshot in my Discord, and that'll be a little bit more fun for everybody. So while I may not be using the showcase tool, if you want to see me showcase my talents, feel free to check me out at twitch.tv/theericv. And if you like the video, then like the video. Class dismissed. Shout out to Corliss and Dr. J for being tier 3 patrons. So once again, I forgot to have my skull here during the majority of the stream. Yeah, I ain't see that. I'm fine.